Guys, yours truly, man. I don't know what happened to me, but I'll tell you, I took a major hit, man, the last year, maybe the last 2 years. I think what it is people say depression's like a disease, and I think that's what happened to me. I let myself get depressed, and what it does is if you stay depressed for years, it'll actually act like a disease against you. It'll start taking parts of your body down one at a time until eventually you feel like you have no energy, no self esteem to do anything because you let people get you down like I did. And I'm not going to mention their names, but I'm still out of their circle. I'm still out of their circle. I still am. I'm still not part of their family, as you can say. But I am coming back around. I am making a comeback. My back feels a lot better. I've been praying to Saint Peregrine. Saint Peregrine is the saint that heals people. Saint Peregrine is known for healing people that have cancer, but he also heals people that have other illnesses. And that's what I've been praying to. And since I've been praying to him, I've been saying the Saint Peregrine novenas. Um, There's nine of them. You say one every day. You could say it out loud or to yourself. I've been praying in my mind. I've been doing the novenas in my mind, and I did nine of them. Well, actually, I did 10 of them. I did the first nine, and now I'm starting on a new set of them. But I am making a comeback, guys. Or I'm trying to make a comeback. Hey, I cleaned my Harley headlights out. I'm thinking part of me wants to change them to LEDs, but I read LEDs draw more power from the voltage regulator. Okay, that's if you have like your LEDs on all the time, which I work at night. Sometimes I take the bike to work. And I'm afraid of the LEDs damaging my voltage regulator. So I cleaned the headlights out real good. They were really just mucky, and the glass was real mucky inside. I took them apart and I put a piece of material inside and I cleaned everything out. Let me show you guys what they look like. We cleaned that out. Those are considered fog lights. We cleaned that one out and that one over there. Now I had for the fog lights on the Harley, when I had my Cadillac CTS, I bought LED headlights for that. I bought LED headlight bulbs, and I was going to change the turn signals to LEDs also. The LED turn signals on the Cadillac CTS, they fit the pigtail harness on the fog lights. It's the same connection, but they don't fit inside the headlight. Maybe if I do some modifications, the plastic that's around the LED, like at the bottom, I'd have to Dremel that out. Then they'd fit right in. But those are also cooling fins too. So I don't know if that's a good idea to do that. So I'm not going to fool with it. As of right now, guys, I'm keeping my stock headlights and my stock fog lights because I'm afraid it's going to do something to the voltage regulator. Usually that's what happens to me. Whenever I start fooling with something happens. That happened to me with the big dog. I changed the big dog headlight to an LED. And I think about a year later, my stator went on me. The stator was completely gone, completely gone. So that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that it's going to mess with it somehow. But you know what, guys? I do have my helmet ready for a ride. So I got the GoPro case in there. I got the microphone in here. He come out of. I got to tuck him back in there. But that's what I do. I have the microphone right here. This is the best helmet to talk in when I'm on the bike because the microphone's in here and it doesn't pick up any wind noise. Unless if I open the vents here, then it'll pick up wind noise. But this will fit the GoPro Hero 4. So we're all ready, guys. I just have to get the energy, man, to go for a ride. Energy and time. Yeah, energy and time, guys. That's a real big thing. Time to find to ride the bike. I see so many guys, they sell their bikes and they have, I'm selling the bike because I no longer have the time to ride it. You know, and hold on, my throat. My throat's getting clogged up again, guys. You know, and a lot of these people have kids, they have families. So, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to put the motorcycle before your children? Of course not. You're going to put your children and your family and your wife before the motorcycle. You know, I told you guys in a video I made years ago, man, when you own a motorcycle, you become like a loner. You know, you become like a loner. Now, today, I'm not saying I'm not saying bikers are loners. Now, what's happening today is people are driving a lot more aggressively, they're driving a lot faster, and they're a lot more reckless. And they have absolutely no care for motorcyclists on the road. There's a lot on YouTube, guys. I've been seeing a lot of people on motorcycles getting killed. A lot of them getting killed on bikes. And you know, these people, a lot of people won't stop. If they hit you, they won't stop because they may not have insurance, or they might have insurance and they're gonna think to themselves, well, if I stop, my insurance is gonna skyrocket, so I'm gonna take a chance and hopefully no one's seen me. That's what a lot of people do. There's a lot of hit and runs around here, guys. A lot of hit and runs around here, and it's every day. You know, when I come home from work in my Jeep, it's like a road race. It is like a road race. You know, there's literally cars. When I say cars, I don't mean cars. I mean SUVs and trucks. I'm using cars as an in general term, but there's literally, I'll call them vehicles. There's literally vehicles coming out of every single street. Every single street, there's vehicles coming out. They want to come out and get on them. It's every single street in the morning. I have never seen such insanity in my life. I started driving. Let me see. I think I started driving in 1977. In 1986, I bought a brand new Mustang GT, Ford Mustang GT. I used to be able to go out at night and go for a cruise to go to downtown. I used to go downtown Pittsburgh and cruise around and come back. And there was very little people on the road. I never had nobody in front of me. There was hardly anyone on the road. Now there's traffic on the road no matter when you go out on the road, whether it's day or night. Every road is traffic. And that's another reason why I don't go out on a motorcycle, because it's just I'm taking too much of a chance to get hit. I'm taking way too much of a chance. Hey, I got to tell you this. I got a warning from YouTube because I said something. I can't even repeat it. They gave me a warning. The warning is going to expire in August. I think it's August 23rd. And they sent me a message saying to get the warning taken down, you can take a test. It was like it was like a 15-minute questionnaire test. I had to actually take that. And if you get questions wrong, you could take it over again until you get the questions right. But I got them all right. And then that moved my warning cancellation to August. Now, if I repeat what I said before, I'll get a strike. How do you like that? So you got to really watch what you say today. These times, guys, are I don't want to say they're bad because they're not bad times. You know, I've had a job through the pandemic when a lot of people didn't. So I guess the times are fragile. That's a good way of putting it, without me getting a strike because of what I say. The times are fragile right now. Hopefully, the times will get better. So yeah, today, guys, you got to really watch your step. As long as you have a dog named Slip. I used to know a family that had a dog named Slip. He was a Saint Bernard. Saint Bernard, guys. My next door neighbors. They moved off my street. The father was a surgeon. They were my next door neighbors. He was a surgeon. They moved to a ritzy area of Pittsburgh. They bought a mansion, a huge. It was like a 30, 40 room mansion they bought with a tennis court and a built-in ground pool. And they bought a Saint Bernard that drooled constantly from the mouth. I mean, there was like this white stuff just constantly. I guess it was mucus, constantly dripping from his mouth, and they called him Schlep. It was a huge dog, mammoth dog. He was huge. So yeah, my nephew had a baby. I still haven't seen the baby yet. I still haven't got a picture, and I'm not going to let that get me down anymore, guys. Because, like I said, what it does is depression is a disease. It is. It's not. Depression isn't something that you can just shrug off. It is a disease, and it'll slowly chip away at you if you let it. Okay? When I make these videos and I talk about this stuff, I'm trying to help people out there. I'm trying to help people that might have depression. Because one of the key words for this video is going to be depression. And I was getting seriously depressed. And I'm not saying I'm better. I'm not. I'm not better. It's very hard to ignore when when you're left out of a family member. Actually, my only family member left. When you're left out of their circle, when you're not welcome on their property, when I mean, you know what we're talking about, guys. We're talking about 30 years. Okay? 30 years. That's what we're talking about here. 30 years. My father died in 1997, August 4th of 1997. That's when he died. He died from a brain aneurysm that he got from a road rager. He was road raged. The reason why I know that is because a cop was a few cars back on a cop's side. And this is what the cop told me. The cop told me that my father was being tailgated on the highway. He was aggressively tailgated, and I guess it worked him up so bad, it worked him up into a brain aneurysm, and he drove the car in an emergency lane and stopped it along a guardrail. And when the cop got to him, his head was slunched over on the steering wheel. So they rushed him to the hospital. And that was May 24th when that happened, and he died August 4th of that year. And in 1997, that's when I started being singled out. Or no, wait a minute. Then my mother died in 2001. In 2001 is when I was singled out and left out of the circle. In 2001. January 2nd of 2001. That's when my mother died. It was either January 2nd or January 3rd. That's when I was left out of the circle. So this is 2026 right now. Okay? Maybe you can count from 1997, because there was a lot of BS going on back then too. If you count from 1997 to 2001, that's 4 years. 2001 to now, it's 25 years. So that's 29 years, not 30, 29 years. That's a long time to be left out of a family member's circle. Basically, the message that says is, you are out, I don't want to know you no more, and you're not welcome on my property. And it's a hard thing to fix. You know, it can be fixed, but it's nearly impossible to fix it. You can't, or not can't, you don't want to even look at this individual without feeling some kind of discontent. Because why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? I have the right to feel like that when I didn't do anything wrong. And that's when my depression started. 26 years ago, guys. Oh no, 29 years ago is when it started, when my father died. And when my Max died, when my Alaskan Husky died on me, I took a major hit over that, because he was like a brother to me. He was like a brother to me. That might sound funny to a lot of you, but that dog was like a brother to me. And that was a major hit for me when I lost him, because I had stuck in my mind that he was never going to die. I had in my mind that Max was always going to be with me. He was never going to leave me. He was never going to die. And that's a bad thing, guys, to put in your mind about a dog. That's what I put in my mind. So I got the helmet ready, guys. I have to find time, man. I feel like I'm physically able to ride the motorcycle right now. I just have to find time. I got so many things on my plate, guys. It's incredible. I'm almost done with my gutter box in the back. My backyard, the grass is like probably about 3 feet high. I got brush whackers that take care of that, but I got to physically do that. And before I get a notice I got to hit it before I got to notice. So I am going to Glory Days this year with the Harley, as long as it doesn't rain. If it rains, I'll take the Jeep. And we're also going to see ABBA. ABBA is, I forget when they are, but we're gonna go see an ABBA concert also. So all right, guys, hang in there, man.